Y'all, I'm getting married in 7 months, which is unreal. I'm a registered dietitian with a master's in nutrition, and I've been in the nutrition fitness world for well over 10 years. I'm here to tell you what I'm gonna do for my diet and exercise to not only feel my best, but also look my best on my wedding day, and give you some tips and tricks that might work for you as well. Let's buckle up and get wedding ready. Today, we are talking about wedding day, and more specifically, we're talking about like wedding day diet. What am I doing? What am I not doing? And I'm gonna give you 3 tips that you can take home with you that I'm also gonna implement into my daily routine to make sure that I not only look my best, but ultimately feel my best on my wedding day. My wedding is in 7 months, but my bachelorette party is in 3. And not only that, I now live in the Midwest, and the summer time is the time where everybody has so many parties and events that you must go to. And I have to fly back down to Florida a couple times. My sister's having a baby. People are getting married, so I have bachelorette parties, weddings. I have events in Florida to go to. So our calendars are pretty slammed. So how am I gonna continue eating healthy when we have all these events to go to? While we do that, let's make a balanced dinner. Today, we are gonna make a grain bowl, and I freaking love a grain bowl. This is a bunch of leftovers. I have a lot of the recipes on TikTok, so if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel and follow me on TikTok. First question, am I following a specific diet? And the first answer is not necessarily. Maybe it's like what I would consider the Nicole feel-good diet, but I'm not like doing keto, intermittent fasting. I'm not counting my calories. I'm not counting macros. Every time I counted calories, the real tea is that I was never healthier than if I didn't count calories. I was more number conscious and I wasn't health conscious. Basically what I mean by that is I only ate what fit into the numbers. I wasn't thinking about vitamins, minerals, nutrition, etc. And a little Zevia. We love a Zevia. This is caffeine free because it is the nighttime. And I just want a little bubbly. First tip and advice that I'm taking is I'm not drinking during the week. I know, crazy. I really want to save my wines that I love, my fun cocktails for those Friday, Saturdays. And I'm going to try to limit not drinking on Sundays. We may have a brunch here or there, but more often than not, Sunday through Thursday, it's going to be all about the mocktails, all about the drinks. So hot tip, put any kind of mocktail or non-alcoholic bev in a fun cup. And I know I said I wasn't gonna count calories or macros. I am going to count something, and I'm going to count the amount of servings of veggies and or fruit I have within a day. I'm the dietitian person that's always telling people to have 5 servings of fruits and or vegetables. There's research upon research upon research that shows the benefits of consuming a lot of fiber, and not fiber from a supplement, but fiber from whole foods, like your grains, your fruits, your veggies, and fruits and veggies can just be cheaper if you buy what's in season. All that to say is my goal is to eat 5 servings of fruits and or vegetables a day. And if you don't know what a serving is basically a fist, AKA 1 cup veggies, but if you're having leafy greens, it's gonna be 2 cups per serving. If you're somebody who doesn't like vegetables, maybe you're cooking them in a way that isn't tasty to you. I all of a sudden found something on TikTok where I was taking a peeler and making like ribbon salads. And I'll also do this to like bell peppers. You can ribbon up an onion, you can ribbon up a cucumber, anything you want. You could also just use a mandolin. I actually always make a salad topper, which is basically just ingredients that don't include lettuce so that you don't have any soggy salads. And I eat this throughout the week. This week's was like an Asian slaw. It has like cabbage, green bell peppers, cilantro, and onion. That's it. And then an easy Asian salad dressing. I have it up on the talk. You can see the recipe there. So singing good. All of this now is 2.5 servings of vegetables already, and that's in 1 meal. And we got some chicken I'm gonna heat up for the protein, because here's the dealio and the other trick. You can't just eat a bowl of veggies and call it a meal. You actually wanna feel your best, and you don't want to maybe like overindulge in sweets at the end of the night. Really trying to make sure I'm having balanced meals with lean proteins and whole grains more often than not. So I have some chicken and I have some quinoa that I'm gonna heat up and put to the salad to almost make it like a warm quinoa bowl. Healthy fats wise, there's avocado oil in the salad dressing. So we have some fats in there, and we do have some fat in the chicken. Let me clean up, and then let's talk about my biggest tip that I have for any bride-to-be that is trying to look and feel their best. A lot of times the diet mentality and should I just go on diet, should I just decrease calories, does creep up in my head. If you haven't read this book, I highly, highly, highly recommend it. It's called Secrets from an Eating Lab, and I already knew diets didn't work, or they worked for like 5 to 10% of your body weight, and then more often than not, people just regain all their weight. But this book dives deep into the science of dieting and really deep into how our brain kind of goes haywire and acts when we're dieting. So whenever any of that diet talk does creep into my mind, I start taking on like the counseling approach to myself, and I become my own dietitian, and I ask myself questions that I would ask a client. Besides all the good stuff that we know about fiber, I kind of bypass the whole alcohol thing. Yes, only drinking it on Fridays, Saturdays is gonna reduce the calories. Like alcohol really has no nutrition in it. It's just like fun calories, you could call it. But also, alcohol and caffeine are the two things that have been shown to actually increase anxiety and stress. And I'm trying to decrease anxiety and stress, and I really love caffeine. One more thing, I am being conscious about protein. Not in the sense like I'm counting protein, I am just making sure I am incorporating protein in all meals. And because I want to gain a little bit more muscle, I am trying to make sure I have at least one protein snack a day. And that could be like a protein shake, it could be a Greek yogurt, it could be a cottage cheese balls, or anything like that that has at least 25 grams of protein in the middle of a meal period. And I'm gonna be mindful of which proteins I'm choosing. So I'm gonna find leaner proteins. I've said this rule of thumb before, it's a general rule of thumb. It's not always correct, but pigs, cows have 4 legs. They generally have more saturated fat. Turkeys, chickens tend to be a better choice. Fish, even best choice because they are unsaturated fat. And plants have no saturated fat because they're from plants. And yes, plants aren't technically a complete amino acid, but y'all, your body is gonna use those amino acids to make muscle, to do everything it needs to do in the body, especially if you have a variety of foods in your diet. Otherwise, let's talk about exercise. Y'all know I love me some exercise, so I'm gonna continue doing F45 4 to 6 times a week. It helps with strength training, it helps with cardio, it gets my endorphins going, it's my social hour. But y'all, since I started a remote job, my activity level has gone so down and I feel a lot more lethargic. So it got me thinking. It is so easy to get stuck behind a computer and not stand up when you're remote, when you're just stuck in your office all day. I know there's walking pads. If you have a walking pad you really like, let me know in the comment section because I am curious. I'm also thinking about getting a Peloton, but since I do not have either of those right now, I'm gonna be incorporating more hot girl walks. I have a new dog now, so I can incorporate those walks with Nash in between the workday. One, like I tell y'all, I need to tell myself, my own brain this. It'll improve my creativity by walking. I'll get more productive because of walking, the blood circulation. I'll increase my movement. I'll feel better about myself. And y'all, the whole point for your wedding is to feel your most confident. And these habits will help you feel your most confident. The one thing I don't want to do, and the one thing I don't want you to do, is go on an extreme diet, take away a lot of foods, because I have seen too many brides go on these extreme diets, and then when it's their wedding day, they drink like 2 glasses of champagne and they are 2 sheets to the wind. They forget their wedding. So fueling yourself properly is good. Find healthy habits that you're not already doing that you can incorporate into your routine. We don't want extremes, we want a gray area. And if you like that video, let me know down below. Be sure to press like, subscribe to the channel, share this with your friends and family. I need to eat this food. So until next time, drink your water, eat your fruits and vegetables, and be kind to yourself and those around you. And I'll see y'all next week. Bye, y'all.